Hello, is this thing on? Haha. Hey, what's up? It's Morgan with an X, and you are listening to Beyond the Meridian, where I'm going to give you a behind-the-scenes look into my life, my musical process. We can talk about what is vital to us, what is not vital to us, and honestly, it's just a way to connect beyond the binaries of the internet. So make sure you follow me at Morgan Official, that's MORGXN Official on social media, and make sure to follow me on Spotify, Morgan, MORGXN, for new music, and let's get started. If the walls fall down in the citadel, will I face my fears? Can I face myself? If I stumble when I try. Stevie, you have something to say? Yeah. If the walls fall down in the citadel, and I don't know about you, but the walls fell down. This year was hard. It was scary, unknown, and talking about, not sunshine and rainbows. This was just a real year, But it also taught me a lot about myself and how to persevere and how to pivot and how to change and flow and let go. And I'm still very much learning that. But this is a song where I walked into a session with new people and I was a little bit intimidated. It was with Jenny Owen Youngs and Scott Chesak. And if you look them both up, you will be terrified too. Jenny is one of the writers of a little song called High Hopes with Panic at the Disco. And Scott has worked with people like Bishop Briggs, All American Rejects. He's a legend and a half. But I walked in with this idea and was like, I don't know, just stop doubting yourself all the time, I don't know. I still don't know. But I thought what would be really cool for this episode is to kind of have my collaborators speak about their experience in meeting me and working on this song and the journey that the song took from a idea that day, from if the walls fall down in the citadel, to one of my favorite records of the entire Meridian project. So here is Scott Chesak and Jenny Owen Youngs talking about Citadel. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Scott Chesak. I co-wrote Citadel with Morgan and Jenny Owen Youngs, and I also produced it. So we wrote this song at my old home studio in LA. And Jenny and I had written together before, but we were meeting Morgan for the first time. And I was pretty amazed at how instantly there was a connection and we all felt comfortable, and Morgan was able to open up and share with us a lot of deep personal feelings of his. Morgan had the idea for Citadel. He had the title and he had a bit of a rough chorus worked out. He played it for us on the acoustic piano. Jenny and I just instantly thought it was great and started going off of it. And I remember at my old place, there was a room connected next to it that was kind of like a guest bedroom / lounge. And we spent most of that writing session actually in that lounge, just talking and drinking coffee or whatever, and having these long group therapy sessions, basically getting really deep and talking about personal issues. And then we would, after about an hour of chatting, go back to the piano and lyrics and verses would just fall out. And then once that all got onto the page, we would go back to the lounge room and have another group therapy session for an hour or so. And then go back to the piano, and then boom, there's the second verse. And then after that, we ended up laying down a rough with just piano, Morgan's vocals, and then Jenny also did some beautiful background vocals that made it to the final mix. And then it stayed like that as just a piano ballad for a long time until Morgan came back for another session to work on production. And instead of being like super precious about how it was originally created, he was bold enough to encourage me to like throw in some drums, throw in some synth, throw in some whatever you can think of. And Morgan got on a synth at one point and played this amazing arpeggiated thing that I think is in one of the last choruses that sounds awesome. And it kind of grew and morphed into something even more special. And then sometime later, Morgan texted me and was like, I have this friend that plays strings. I want to get some strings on it. And then he sent me the stems for it. And it's just these beautiful, lush strings that just tied it all together.
Hey, I'm Jenny Owen Youngs, and I wrote Citadel with Morgan and Scott Chesak. I'd worked with Scott before, but on the day that we got together to write, we were both meeting Morgan for the first time. And you don't always know what the vibe is going to be. Writing sessions are inherently weird. You're like, hello, how do you do? Now let's bare our souls to one another in the pursuit of making something intimate and beautiful. Cool. But this session was the best kind. The kind where, for whatever reason, it's almost instantly easy and warm, like you've known each other for a long time. When everyone's able to be really open, I think you have a better chance of finding something magical together. We also got to see some pictures of Morgan's dog, who is extremely cute. Dog pics in a session, great for morale. Morgan came in with the idea of Citadel, and we were instantly like, yes. When I think of a citadel, I think of a fortress. And when I think of a fortress, first I think of strength, and then I immediately think of solitude. I think we all build walls outside of us and inside of us because we want to protect ourselves from the world. And maybe we feel like we need to protect the world from us a little bit. Morgan wanted to explore this idea of letting go, of embracing vulnerability and finding a new kind of strength in that vulnerability. And I thought that was so beautiful. And we all dove right in. And I think we were all having so much fun with each other. And we were all feeling so connected to the concept that it was so easy. It was almost like the song happened to us.
And that's Beyond the Meridian. Because honestly, life is way more interesting beyond the binaries and beyond the constructs that we are often told are all that there is. So thanks for joining me exploring songs from my project, Meridian, but also a chance to explore other things going on in my life outside of these songs. It's an honor to connect. You can find me at Morgan Official, MORGXN Official, basically anywhere you want. If you Google MORGXN, anywhere you'll find me. And if you have thoughts, ideas, or things you would like me to discuss, maybe songs that you'd like me to bring back from the past, I'm down to explore. Reach out, MORGXN, and I will see you beyond the meridian.